Usually what happens right now. So we'll see what police want to do here. It's an areas okay. See right there during these times, those intersections are always going to be the times where you always got to hold your breath as they go in, because that person just obviously ran a red, ran a stop sign, whatever you like to call it, and continues just to go on their merry way, only thinking about themselves here. Thanks to all our new viewers watching here live on News Now. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. That way you'll always be in the know of when we are live here for you worldwide on News Now. Okay, going down this side straight here, hard to see with the trees here, but continuing to roll on here, and we'll see what police want to do. It looks like to be sticking into this area here. A lot of the times they want to stick around an area they know, because they don't want to go in a dead end and then be caught there. They want to try their very best. Looks like they're getting on the highway now. Higher rates of speed obviously will ensue. Let's just hope that this suspect wants to give up soon. Obviously right now there will be no pit maneuver opportunities as high rates of speed. Once they go over 40 miles per hour, folks, you can't do a pit maneuver anymore. It's not safe. So we'll see how this all shakes out. Thanks to everyone watching here live on News Now. But if I say Phoenix Step Down, host Mike Page, the voice of police chases going on. Oh, look at that. He decided to go right into that side area, though, crushing those water jugs that are there for a reason. So if you hit that area, oh boy, viewer discretion, heavily advised everyone. We don't know what that suspect is going to do. Obviously, they just decided on purpose to jam themselves right in there, and they're getting taken away right now. Now by Samia, our go-to person when it comes to where the heck are they at right now?
You're right, we're in Southern California. It looks like these graphics that are coming in from LA really do help as far as our coverage is concerned, as far as knowing where exactly the suspect is traveling. This is in the greater Los Angeles area. You can see he just merged onto the 110 southbound freeway. We believe it's the 110 southbound freeway.
And the only thing that we know about the suspect right now is that the suspect wanted for assault with a deadly weapon. But what I like about this situation is that we're dealing with the graphics right here that is really neat.
Right, so again, this is the 110 freeway southbound. Basically, the suspect is traveling through downtown Los Angeles right now, passing Wilshire Boulevard. Downtown, the high-rises, the big buildings are actually just to the left of the screen here, and to the right, you have much of the greater Los Angeles area. Again, those of you familiar with Southern California, as the suspect continues to travel southbound, you'll be seeing Staples Center on the left-hand side. We probably won't see it from this vantage point, but you can imagine traveling southbound on I-10. The Staples Center is right there to the left of the screen. That's where the Lakers play, the Clippers play, the LA Kings play. Lots of events happen there. The whole LA Live Entertainment Center is a sort of hotspot as far as activity in downtown Los Angeles.
And I do want to welcome all our viewers now watching on Fox 10 Phoenix Facebook Live. As you are just joining us here, we are watching the suspect there in that white SUV. Suspect wanted for assault with a deadly weapon. I am joined by Samia Khan up here as we are continuing our coverage here. As like we always like to say, during these times, your discretion heavily advised. We just don't know how this thing's going to wrap up, but you continue to watch.
Right, and you can see that the suspect is traveling about 85 miles per hour. He just passed the Interstate 10 interchange where the 110 and the 10 meet. He is approaching the area of Adams Boulevard, and for those of you familiar with this part of Southern California, he's just approaching the USC, or University of Southern California, my alma mater, so I'm very familiar with this part of the freeway. He is continuing to travel southbound Interstate 110. He just went under the Adams Figueroa exit, and he will be approaching Exposition Boulevard momentarily. So there's Adams there.
Now, as I watch, we watch so many chases here on the News Now stream where I'm just like, all the time these suspects. Oh, look at that. they always get caught or they always crash, and it's always putting so many people at risk. I'm like, why do you do this? And it's just like, I don't understand sometimes,
No, absolutely. It's one of those things when you're on the freeway, every time I'm in LA, I wonder, am I actually driving by someone that's being pursued and I just don't know
true.
Because it does seem like a majority of the chases that we cover come out of Southern California. So there's Exposition Boulevard, that's 37th Street, right on over to the right-hand side. You can see right there is the Tuscany apartment complex, and right to the other side of that is actually the Coliseum, Exposition Park. That's where
the space shuttle's at,
and that's where the Los Angeles Rams play, as well as obviously the USC Trojans.
Oh, wow, that was a quick response there. He didn't know if he was going to get onto that shoulder area, and then he veered right really quick there. Wow, that was almost an accident right there that we witnessed there. But the pursuit continues on. You're part of Fox 10 News Now stream, and all our viewers watching on Fox 10 Phoenix Facebook Live.
Right, so now the suspect in the South LA area, what some people refer to as South Central, continuing to travel southbound on Interstate 110. If he continues on I-10, it's possible he could take the 91 freeway that would take him into Compton. It's possible that he could take the 105 freeway that would take him into LAX. There are a handful of freeways that are coming up on southbound Interstate 110. And, he may not take any of the freeway exits. He may not take the 91 or the 105. You can also get on the 405. He may just continue southbound. The thing about the 110, though, is it eventually ends in San Pedro. You eventually hit the ocean there. So eventually he will have to...
What scares me is when they do go off the freeway, because then they go down these residential streets and they're still going like 70, 80, and that is when so many bad things can happen. I mean, you could have children there in the streets. You could have people getting hit. There's just so many different variables then when they start going on those residential streets. So I think that's the time that we always have to say that viewer discretion. Heavily advised there.
Again, like Mike said, viewer discretion is advised. If you guys want to share your thoughts on this chase, you can always tweet us.
Now, why do you think they have this angle right here from the chopper? Why do we have this angle here?
Well, my guess would be that, again, as you travel southbound on Interstate 110, on the other side, you have LAX.
Okay, so we're in a flight zone here.
Possibly. I don't want to say that is why, but I would assume that on the other side of the freeway, that is the direction of LAX, on the other side of the 110. So perhaps the chopper pilot is taking precautions and staying to the left of the freeway.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like we almost have just a totally different chopper right now because we don't have the overlay right now.
Right.
We do not have the overlay of our graphics here telling us how fast, where it's at now, but it looks like he's really cruising now.
Yeah, he's picking up speed.
Oh, boy.
It looks like he might be even going 100 miles per hour at this point. He's going so much faster than other people on the freeway. I want to say that the speed limit here on the 110 is about 65 miles per hour. And again, it's Los Angeles, so no one really does follow the speed limit. So if you assume that the other cars traveling on this freeway are going around 70, 75, I would say that it's safe to assume that this suspect is now reaching speeds of 100 miles per hour.
And you can see there the police keeping a good eye on him as they are not far behind. They're trying to keep it as close as they can. Obviously, they can't do any pit maneuvers in this area. There's just too many people there on the freeway. But we'll continue to keep watching here. You're part of the stream. You're part of the pursuit now. We do cover so many police chases in any given month, anywhere from about 4 to 5. And you never know what's going to happen. So we always say, keep watching the stream, everybody. We do stream Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., giving you about 12 hours of non-stop coverage right here.
Again, for those of you just joining us, this is specifically in Southern California, the Los Angeles area, still actually in the LA city limits, it seems like. The suspect traveling southbound on Interstate 110. Again,
I do not like this vantage point.
The chopper is keeping a distance, but as the suspect continues to travel southbound on Interstate 10, it's possible that the chopper will then shift and we'll get a better vantage point of where exactly the suspect is. Now, it looks like that is possibly the 105 interchange or the 91 interchange. It's hard to tell at this point what we just passed.
I think the chopper lost him.
It's possible that the chopper lost him.
Yeah, I think, folks, for those of you maybe just joining us here, it looked like that chopper, once they got into all those different exchanges, that could have lost him. Let's see here if you could find him here. You know, it's hard to try to catch a suspect this way from this vantage point, having this, you know, you're not on top of him. You're like a mile away. Mm-hmm. So we don't see this too often, everybody, where the chopper will actually lose the chase. And it looks like we got it back on as, oh, and there we go. Here's our overlay as well. It's back. All right.
So it looks like the suspect's still on the 110 freeway traveling southbound.
And there goes the overlay. So sometimes it comes, sometimes it goes, but you know what? We stay with you.
Right, and according to local media there in Los Angeles, this is a road rage suspect.
Yeah, because he is, you know, it started with the, probably a road rage, and now he's wanted for that assault with a deadly weapon, and now we're seeing those speeds climb, everyone. As it got up to 100 miles per hour there, and we'll continue to follow here. Oh, it's always such a fluid situation that we're watching that at any moment something can happen.
Well, what's interesting also is that the suspect is traveling in the carpool lane there in Los Angeles. And for those of you here in the greater Phoenix area, the carpool lane works only during certain hours here in Arizona. But in LA, the carpool lane exists at all times. And it's something where if you cross double yellow lines, you can be fined for it. So there are only certain entry and exit points. At this point, though, he's a suspect, so he's not really.
Yeah, I don't think he's too worried about the rules of the road right now. I don't think he has that pamphlet out right now looking at the rules. But we'll continue to monitor here. I'm just hoping that this ends peacefully, that no one is injured, and that the police there stay safe.
So what's interesting now is that he's passing the 405 interchange here, and that is the last real major interchange off of the 110 freeway. Then you really do get into that San Pedro territory. And again, San Pedro is a port in Los Angeles. That is where the Pacific Ocean is. So again, the suspect's still traveling in the far left lane on Interstate 110. After the 405, there really aren't a lot of exits you can take.
So many people ask me during these chases, like, they want me to throw out a prediction of how long do you think this might last. And I always say, well, it depends. There's a couple factors that you got to look at for these chases when it comes to how much time you think this is going to take. One, well, how much gas does the guy have? You always got to consider that. And how reckless is the driver? And right now, we haven't been seeing him do too many reckless things. He's not too crazy there on the road. So if he does have enough gas there, we can see this probably go for another hour because he's not taking too many risks where I'm like, you know, sometimes with these chases, you see so many different calculated risks where you're like, well, this is going to probably end in about 5 to 10.
Right. But he's traveling pretty much like a regular driver would travel on Interstate 110, other than obviously the high speeds that we see from time to time. But as you can see, he's slowed down now. He's traveling at speeds about 68, 70 miles per hour, going in and out of that carpool lane on Interstate 110 southbound. He's now in the area of Carson. So for those of you familiar with Southern California, with the greater LA area, he's now in Carson, and he's continuing to travel southbound on Interstate 10. But again, Interstate 110. So again, I want to reiterate that the 110 does end soon. It's not a freeway like Interstate 5 that takes you from Mexico to Canada.
So do you think he will get off on a residential area, or?
Well, inevitably, he would either have to exit, switch onto, the California Route 1 highway, also known as the Pacific Coast Highway, or he may, just get into the residential area of San Pedro. It's possible if he takes Route 1, he could get into the area of Long Beach. So, obviously, he's not going to just keep traveling southbound. If you keep traveling southbound, you're going to hit the Pacific Ocean.
Yes, and I just want to also welcome our Fox 10 viewers. I know a lot of you are just coming into the stream right now because you've been watching it on Fox 10 News at noon. So thank you for coming on in and wanting to see how this is all going to end. We haven't seen the suspect drive too erratically other than high speed limits, but he's not going in and out of lanes. So if he has enough gas here, this could potentially last for another hour because at this point, there's going to be no time to do a pit maneuver when there's that many people there on the roadways. So we could see this for a while, everyone. Part of the Fox 10 News Now stream. I always wonder, at this point, what is the suspect thinking? Because you figure you got multiple choppers up there, news choppers, then you have, no doubt, a chopper from the police that are watching high above as well. A lot of the times I like to say that these suspects are really just trying to extend their last moments of freedom. If they could go another 40, if they could go another hour before getting caught, that's what they're looking for because they know eventually they're going to get caught. And when you throw in just how selfish they are as well, look at how many lives are being put at risk right now, not just the other people there on the roadways, but the police and everyone that has to put up resources for this. It's very selfish right now what the suspect is doing. You see him going into another lane there. As we continue to watch this police chase here in the LA area, suspect wanted for a road rage incident with the assault with a deadly weapon. Continuing to follow live. Thanks everybody on Fox 10 News Now, or Fox10Phoenix.com, and everyone watching on Facebook Live as well, and all the Fox 10 News viewers from our show at noon. That is still currently going on right now. Okay, now it looks like he's getting off here, Samia.
Like I said, he couldn't really travel much further on Interstate.
You pinned it right there. Now, let's see. We're going to go in a little bit more residential here.
So he was on Figueroa Place, now to right on Anaheim Street.
Now, this is where you got to almost look at this now from a point of when he's going to be rolling through these red lights, that is when we're going to get risk levels going up dramatically. When they go through those intersections, that is the biggest time that we could see a wreck. So viewer discretion heavily advised during this point.
And for those of you wondering where in Southern California he is in this small community of Harbor City. He is traveling westbound now, traveling westbound towards Lomita and into that South Bay area of Los Angeles, the Torrance area. Hasn't quite reached Torrance yet, as he is currently traveling on Anaheim Street in the area of Harbor City.
And there we go for our first intersection look. Let's see how he handled it. He waited to see. He didn't just run right through, and now he took that right. Thanks to all our viewers right now that are watching live with us. If you're a part of the stream, let us know where you are watching from. We have so many people all across the country watching live with us, and even across the world right now. Our one big viewer, Chris Lee, always joining us from England.
Right, Chris Lee, always tweeting us. We appreciate you tuning in. So what's interesting to note about the suspect is, for a while he was steadily cruising on, the 110 freeway, and now it looks like he doesn't want to stay on one road for very long before turning again. So he was on Vermont briefly before making a turn. He's now on
see what
Normandy.
I see. Yep. Good observation there. Yeah, that is interesting. Now he's doing a little bit more calculated risks here. We're going to see how this is all going to eventually come to an end, and we're hoping that it's just going to be a pullover situation ending peacefully with an arrest. But you just never know, and that's why we always ask you, it doesn't matter if you came from the beginning, the middle, you guaranteed you always stay to the end. All right, a little bit more traffic here at a red light situation. Let's see what happens. He's going to try to get through right. He's squeezing by. That one car letting him in there.
Yeah, he does not want to wait. No patience at all. So he was on Normandy. He was traveling northbound on Normandy. He just made a left on Lomita Boulevard. So he would be traveling westbound now.
Okay, now he's oncoming traffic. Now darts back into the median there. That is our first big risk that we have seen from this suspect there. That was
getting a bit erratic.
Yeah, that's erratic now. So okay, now we got a little construction zone as well.
And viewers who want to comment on this chase, you can tweet me, SamiaFox10, SAMIA, or Mike Page Fox10. You can find us on Twitter. I'm getting a tweet from one of our viewers, Mr. Ned Flanders, who's tuning in from Muncie, Indiana, watching live via our YouTube stream. We appreciate you, Ned Flanders. I'm assuming that's not your real name.
But we do appreciate that Fox reference.
We do. The Simpsons, a great show.
All right, now going back onto a little oncoming traffic here as he had that red light and did not want to be caught in that traffic there. Continuing to follow live here for you. To all our viewers right now on fox10phoenix.com, Facebook Live, we are continuing to watch. Thanks to so many people saying, where are you guys watching from? We got Ohio, Pennsylvania, Florida, Texas, North Dakota, so many.
And of course, our international viewers as well. We don't want to forget you.
No.
So now he's traveling northbound once again on Western Avenue. And Western Avenue is a pretty major thoroughfare there in Los Angeles. If he continues to travel northbound on Western, he could get all the way from, this southern area of Carson and Torrance all the way up to Hollywood, really, if he tried. I mean, Western just continues to really cut through the entire greater Los Angeles region.
Now this is the first time that we're doing this chase that we have that nice graphic overlay that's telling us the speed right now. That is really interesting.
I love 2017, that technology.
It's a new dynamic, and I think what the next big technology move will be is when OnStar can then show us his gas gauge. That would be huge, because then we would know exactly, okay, how much gas does this person have? I think if they want to go to a next level, that could be it.
Possibly. I do want to also give a shout out to our viewer, Angry Ninja, saying, as always, I'm watching from Atlanta.
Okay, and you got a brand new stadium there in Atlanta for Friday for opening day there for the Braves. Looks beautiful.
There's Mike chiming in with his baseball expertise. He's our resident baseball expert here on News Now.
Yes. All right, continuing to see here, and if you're going to use a baseball reference, how many, what's the guy's count here before he gets to 3 strikes? I don't know. It looks like he has a solid 2-2 count here.
Right, so as you saw, the suspect did not choose to continue traveling northbound on Western.
Now he's on the median again, everyone.
He did switch on over to Sepulveda. He's traveling
he got a straightaway.
Sepulveda now.
He has a solid straightaway, so the speed really going up high, almost 100 miles per hour there on that median. And it could get a little dicey here as we got more traffic. And some people in the chat have been saying, okay, he was at that one red light a couple of minutes ago. Why did that one person give him room to get through? And if I would do the same thing, if I was like, I'm going to want my car getting hit.
Right, if you notice a threat, you're probably
yeah,
going to
I'm not going to
move
do
out of
that.
the way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to do that. All right, coming up here again.
So now the suspect is back in that area of Carson, California. He's traveling eastbound. Looks like he's about to pass the 110 freeway, unless he chooses to get on the 110 freeway. Nope, looks like he just drove under that 110 freeway. Unless he's getting back on, and yeah, we called it. Looks like he is choosing to get back onto the freeway. That is now the 110 northbound freeway.
And here we go, back on the freeway, everyone. The pursuit still going on. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Fox 10 News Now stream. I'm Mike Page, joined by Samia Khan here, and we're continuing to follow live where at any moment, any time, something can happen.
That's right, Mike. Again, viewer discretion is advised. He is traveling at a high rate of speed. Looks like he's approaching speeds of 100 miles per hour. He's about to hit 100 there on that freeway, the 110 freeway. He's now traveling northbound. So what this means is if he continues going north on the 110, he'll eventually get back into that downtown Los Angeles area.
Okay.
And typically that area of the 110, no matter what time of day it is, it gets a little congested. So I don't think you can really get away necessarily with traveling at speeds of 100 miles per hour once you start approaching downtown Los Angeles.
Sure. And they say so many of the suspects, they want to kind of stay around an area that they know. They don't want to try too much to go somewhere in an area where they might hit a dead end, especially when they start getting in that residential area. They always like to usually stay in an area that they're pretty comfortable in.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much, as far as our coverage is concerned, he's pretty much stayed on the 110 freeway. We know that this chase started in the area of San Gabriel. That is my understanding, that this pursuit started in the area of San Gabriel. It was a road rage situation where the suspect apparently wanted in connection with assault with a deadly weapon.
And there we go. Now the speed's really cranking up again, going higher than above the 100 miles per hour mark. When he gets those straightaways, he definitely does crank it up higher. And now that we're not in a residential area there, he can really hit that gas pedal,
right,
where the risks continue to go up.
Right, Mike. And we do want to just acknowledge all of our viewers tuning in. We appreciate everyone who's just joining us. I want to give a few shout-outs to some of our viewers that have been tweeting us. Stephen Musselman saying that he's watching this car chase from Michigan on his day off. Chris Lee chiming in from South Carolina. You have Mr. Ned Flanders saying it would actually be great if OnStar could actually shut the car off. I mean, perhaps in 2018. We're also getting a comment from JJ Keith, also watching from South Carolina. I wonder if JJ Keith and Chris Lee are both watching from South Carolina together. Maybe they're friends.
Yeah, that's a possibility there. And I want to also thank some new viewers here that just came from Fox 10 News at noon. I see that they just did another live update there as well, and now you want to see how this is all going to end. Welcome to the stream. We do stream Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So always try to check us out, especially when there's some sort of breaking news. We have no commercials. We don't dart out of coverage there. We'll watch this till the very end, or as long as the chopper has gas. We've had a couple of those chases where, unfortunately, we didn't get to see the end because, well, chopper needed refuel.
Right. So the question is, will the suspect outrun us?
You never know here, but we'll continue to watch live here as we have another chase there in the LA area with this white SUV. And police have been doing a good job of keeping really close, but not getting too close.
Right. I just want to update the viewers who have been following along previously. We said that the suspect was traveling towards downtown Los Angeles. It appears that he has now changed freeways.
Wow.
Yeah, he got onto the 91 freeway traveling eastbound. That would be basically the Compton area. And it looks like he has just now exited off of the 91 freeway.
Oh, and now back on.
And perhaps he's just trying to evade police any way he can.
Yeah, he might have realized that once again he's getting in that residential area where it's not too conducive to police chases there, and now he has a little bit more open room here and could hit the speed targets there closer to 100 miles per hour. Oh, almost coming in contact with that police cruiser there. I thought for a moment they were going to hit him. Okay, we have another cruiser right behind, really darting up close. This is about the closest that we've seen the police there on the tail of that suspect for this chase here. We've been covering this chase now for the last 35 minutes here on the stream.
And what's interesting is, I don't know if we've got to this point in the on Interstate 91 yet, but on Interstate 91, as you pass the 710 freeway, there's actually a crash there.
Oh.
On the eastbound freeway. I'm just looking at the Google map right now, and we do know that the suspect is traveling eastbound on 91 from the 110. I don't think he has passed the 710 freeway. However, right after you pass the 710 freeway, there is a bit of a slowdown there on the 91 freeway because of a crash there. Again, we appreciate everyone tuning in, everyone that's tweeting us. You can find us on Twitter.
Sammy, I would really wish we had a fuel gauge here just to see how much more fuel this guy has. I think that would be such a great component that could be added to this, but right now we're continuing to watch live here for you, thanks to so many viewers from across the country and across the world right now tuning in. You know, you can watch on your smartphone, you can watch on your TV, you can watch on your, really any way that you consume media, we've got you covered. And we've been following this chase now the last 35 to 40 minutes with this white SUV. There was a couple times where that driver became really erratic, but for the most part, when he's on the freeway here, we haven't seen too many risks. So that's a good thing for all those drivers there on the freeway, where a lot of the times they don't even know what chase is going on. You know, it happens so fast that this you just see a car that's just going at a high rate of speed, and you're like, oh, could that be a chase? And then you see the police, you probably maybe see a chopper as well, and then you put two and two together.
So it's still traveling eastbound on the 91 freeway at a very high rate of speed. Again, traveling much faster than other vehicles on that freeway. Looks like he's just passing the 710 exit, and this is actually the area where we do expect
the
to slow
construction
down.
zone?
Well, it's not a construction zone. There were reports of a crash, at least according to Google Maps. Here's the thing, though. He's traveling in the far left lane, the carpool lane. So obviously, our guess is that, you know, he's breaking the law there. He doesn't have a carpool passenger, but at this point, he's not really concerned about the law, right?
No.
But you can see that there's a huge slowdown on the freeway. This is the slowdown we were talking about just minutes ago.
There you go.
There was a crash reported on the 91 eastbound right after you pass the 710 freeway. You can see the rest of the freeway pretty slow, but for the most part, the suspect staying in the left. Spoke too soon. Looks like he wants to.
Okay, now it's going to get a little interesting here. We got a lot more traffic. He's going to have to go in and out of these cars here.
Right, and for those of you familiar with the Southern California area, this is on the 91 around the areas of Paramount, Lakewood, Bellflower. We just went through the Compton part of the 91 freeway, and if he keeps going in this direction, he'll eventually hit Anaheim, best known for Disneyland. Mike?
Ooh, okay, they're just going from the far left to the far right lanes there in just a matter of seconds there. You can see the police cruiser there right behind him as we're getting into more and more traffic right now. As Sammy was saying that there was some sort of crash here that is really tying up traffic here. Now we are going to say always viewer discretion is advised. We don't know what that suspect is going to do at this moment, but he continues to look like he's going to try to dart in and out.
Just trying to evade police.
And it's interesting to see if that cruiser, do you think, would maybe want to tap there on the back bumper, but too many vehicles there to do a pit maneuver probably.
Right, it's just too dangerous. This, you know,
look at
staying
the
on the
speeds.
freeway, it's just dangerous. You have so many other cars there. You really want to be. You have to take into consideration the other drivers there on the road. I do want to go ahead and check in with a lot of our viewers tuning in. Some of them have tweeted me. One of our viewers, Sam, who goes by the username Bogman148, saying that it is a great stream, tuning in every time there's a police chase, and adding that the street names and road numbers on the stream. It's a new technology. It's a great addition.
Yeah, I think this is the first time that we've been able to do that, and I think that's just really amazing that you could not only see this, the estimated speed there, but also where exactly this is all happening. So awesome technology there being used to really bring home these police chases to everyone across the country and world that are watching.
Right, I'm still so entertained that we have multiple people named Chris Lee watching. I'm getting tweets from both Chris Lees. Chris Lee, the one in the UK, saying watching the chase on one screen and playing my PS4 on the other, and Chris McCormick, another Chris, not Chris Lee, Chris McCormick, saying that he's watching from Maine. Luckily for the cops, this isn't like the Dusty Chase. Hashtag Dusty Chase.
That's a great reference to one of the chases that we had months ago there.
One
Wow.
of the legendary Southern California chases. We've had the Big Rig chase, we've had the Dusty chase. We've had a lot of chases. We've covered a lot of them here on News Now. We appreciate everyone who tunes in regularly to catch our commentary during these Southern California police chases.
And when you look back at all the different sorts of chases, it doesn't matter if it's in LA or Texas or even here in Arizona, you got to say the one thing that really the common thread with all these suspects, if you're going to really put it all together, they're wild cards.
Right, you don't know what's going on in their mind. Some people are already at that point suicidal. They're willing to take any sort of risk. And other people, you know, sometimes they're just trying to escape and make phone calls before they get arrested, make their final calls, speak to some people. So, you know, each and every chase situation really is different, Mike.
Yeah, and especially with what the suspect right now is wanted for, he could still have a gun inside that vehicle, and that's why police really taking it cautious there, because they know eventually if this is going to end in a crash or just a pullover because no more gas. But then what's the next step? Is there going to be then a long holdout before we have the suspect come out? And, you know, if a gun is now part of the scenario, now it's going to be a long process.
You got to take the necessary precautions when a suspect is armed. Obviously, you need to take precautions all the time, but especially when you already know that the suspect is armed. Obviously, the suspect is wanted for assaults with a deadly weapon. So they're taking the necessary steps to make sure that everyone is safe. You know, there have been persistent where they've chased suspects for 3 hours. So, you know, this could end soon. This might not end soon. I do want to check in with our viewers once again. A lot of people tweeting us from all over the world. Deplorable Glenn tweeting us hello from Regina, Canada. Kayla Connor saying that he's watching with his friend Steven. They hope it ends well for everyone. I also want to give a shout out to someone who tweeted me about 10 minutes ago, Ryan Sargent, who's viewing this car chase, tuning in on YouTube all the way from Roseburg, Oregon. That's awesome. That is awesome. And for everyone maybe just joining us here, welcome to the stream. We've been having this for the last 40 to 45 minutes, and it doesn't look like this is going to be stopping anytime soon either, Samia. Right. So again, this is the eastbound 91 freeway. It's not an official interstate. It's just a traditional highway, California State Highway. This is eastbound 91 in the area of Artesia in Los Angeles County. But as you continue to travel eastbound on 91, he's about to actually enter Orange County, the Orange County area of Anaheim. Now, if he approaches that area, he will eventually have to switch onto another freeway, either Interstate 5. Oh, okay. Really darting off now. And that looks like it's, and that is going to be a crash there. Viewer discretion is advised, everyone, just in case what happens next. So again, this chase ending right there in the Artesia Cerritos area, Los Angeles County, right off of the 91 freeway. All right, so suspect there still in the car there. As we saw, the high rate of speed is what ultimately did him in as he tried to get off too quickly and then wiped out right there. Let's see what happens next
can't reiterate more than enough, folks, that viewer discretion heavily advised during this situation.
The suspect is armed, and it looks like, I mean, the back door is opening, so either the suspect crawled to the back, or there's another person inside that vehicle.
Yes.
At least another person.
So this could be sometimes maybe be a long holdout, or it could just, okay, looks like we have some movement there in the back. Okay, look at, this is very high risk here. It doesn't look at right now. Is he going to try to run in the back there? Let's see. Okay.
Get back inside the vehicle.
Okay, now back in the vehicle. Interesting.
Very interesting, Mike.
Because that was from the back seat, everyone. Okay, we just went black just a little bit there, but it was just zooming in. We can't see it's tinted too much there. But that suspect did get out from the back seat and then peered over around that car to look at the police. Okay, now the driver side door just opened and then swung it back out. I wonder if that driver is going to maybe see it if the car is operational and try to maybe go at it again. I don't know.
Yeah, it is
It doesn't
very puzzling right now, Mike.
It seems like it would still, at this point, it would still be operational, the car.
Right, it's still possibly functioning. Does he decide that he wants to make another run for it? We'll have to wait and see. I do want to check in with all of our viewers. We are getting viewer tweets, Mike, from all over the country right now.
Yeah.
Not only the country, but the world. I'm getting a tweet from Poland.
Okay, wait. I just want to, we just got some more movement here from the car.
But instead crawling out of the window.
Yeah,
Not wanting to open the door, now running through
Now on the
bushes.
run here. And now the suspect on the run. Not sure why he got out through the window. But okay, now we have a foot chase here now that is going to be happening. So let's continue to watch. Viewer discretion heavily advised, everyone. And if it gets to a point where we might have to get out, we will. We can't see too much with that tree right there. It's very hard angle here.
You can see the authorities.
Still can't see much here with that shadow.
Let's go ahead and drop the lower third for just a second.
All right, dropping that lower third for everyone.
And again, we appreciate everyone tuning in on Facebook Live as well as YouTube. More than 10,000 people tuning in on YouTube. Many more tuning in on
Now,
Facebook.
here's the thing. Did the suspect scale that wall? Or do they have him here? It's so hard to see from this angle, everyone. I know that we're trying to bring you what exactly is happening, but it seems like they got him down.
Right, at that point, I mean, what is really going on through the suspect's mind? You're not even in a residential area
Yep.
where you have many places to hide.
And there we go, a successful takedown, everyone.
Right, so the suspect apprehended.
Once again, a great job by the police to always following right behind and staying persistent and also just waiting for, it was like almost a chess match where they were waiting for a bad move and they saw the bad move happen with the suspect was going at too high of a rate of speed there and then eventually crashed. And now we have seen an arrest.
Yes, this man was arrested. He looks like he's relatively younger.
Yeah, but we'll hear more in the coming hours of...
It's interesting also to see, you can see his head moving, you can see that he's clearly speaking and communicating with officers as if he's telling the officers.
We had two there, it looks like. No, just one. That was,
one suspect,
yep.
yeah.
They did have the canine there as well.
But is it just me or does it look like the suspect is saying something and he just keeps moving his head?
Well, yeah, he could be mouthing off. He could be
Right.
saying anything. He could be rambling. We don't know if he's on drugs or
We
anything.
don't really know anything, you're right. He's complying, but it almost feels like he's resisting a little bit.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Again, viewer discretion is advised. This is a live situation involving individuals that are armed. So, again, we advise viewers to watch with caution.
And Sami, I've still never seen a suspect get out of a window of a car.
Yeah, that is the first time we've seen a suspect, at least in, as far as I can tell in recent months,
Yeah.
where a suspect has decided to jump through the window. The question is why. Maybe he thought that the authorities wouldn't see if he jumped through the window.
Yeah, very interesting there.
Again, this is the tail end of that police pursuit, a pursuit that we covered for almost an hour here on News Now, with tens of thousands of you guys watching in from all over the country and all over the world. JJ Keith saying, what an ending, glad it ended safely. One of our other viewers, Simmers, with a C, saying, hey, Samia, I'm watching from Italy. Meanwhile, John tuning in from Denmark, and Helicopter tuning in from Stockholm, Sweden.
So yeah, definitely an international audience as we watch that takedown live. A little bit, we'll show you the replay of the crash that happened to get that suspect to ultimately be in police custody now.
Right, so if you're just joining us, you didn't see the tail end of the police chase, we will replay that for you here on News Now. And actually, at 1 o'clock in about 17 minutes, we do have a press conference from President Trump.
Oh, yeah. A lot coming up here. So if you're maybe just new to the stream, you could continue watching all day with us. We'll be with you.
Right, Mike, and we do want to reiterate to those viewers who are watching us for the first time, if you're watching on Facebook, hit that like button. That way you'll know whenever we go live with breaking news like a police chase. And if you're tuning into YouTube, of course, we encourage you to hit that subscribe button.
There we go.
We are streaming Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Arizona time. Sometimes we start early, sometimes we stay late, depending on breaking news situations. We may even be here 24 hours, Mike.
Yes, that is very key there. And, sometimes Mary Kate has those late night chases as well.
That's right. A lot of chases do happen in the evening, so you really do.
Airport here. Again, that's a Penske truck allegedly stolen. We're going to get a good look at the suspect there, a male suspect who's acting very erratically. We're hearing that this may have started as some sort of domestic situation as well. Just getting all that information in. Again, a male suspect, possibly armed with knives, stole this Penske rental truck from some facility here. This pursuit has been going on just here in the valley, and it's remaining in the same location. North Hills, Van Nuys, primarily on surface streets, but he did get on the 405 for a time, but he ran into a lot of traffic southbound, so he exited. And again, it is a very slow speed pursuit, as you can see. He's driving cautiously, and even when he was running through that intersection against the light, he did so in such a way. Again, a suspect here who allegedly stole this truck. We'll get a better look at him here, guys. And this started possibly as some sort of domestic situation. Traveling westbound on Sherman Way from Haskell towards Woodley Avenue and the Van Nuys Airport. Yeah, we sure do. But we're hearing that this male suspect, very erratic, perhaps some sort of domestic situation occurred, and he's got some knives and has made all kinds of threats. So it's certainly a dangerous situation. But the good news is, at least right now, as he took a sip of some beverage there, he's driving in such a way that hopefully he won't injure anybody. He's driving at a very slow rate of speed right now. Yeah, we're not certain, but just being given, Liz, that we got so much information, and we are getting more information, it sounds like there's a good possibility he's in touch with somebody here. Right in the heart of the San Fernando Valley, this Penske truck traveling very slow, maybe 10, 15 miles an hour, down Sherman Way towards Van Nuys Airport here in a westerly direction. He's going to be approaching Woodley. And we understand that this has been his deal essentially the entire pursuit, driving cautiously, slowly through the neighborhoods here of Van Nuys and North Hills. North Hills, portion of the city of Los Angeles, has Van Nuys. Hey, there's some officers there. Maybe they threw out a spike strip. It looks like they're going to try to do something. Yeah, bam. He was moving so slowly they could do that. Definitely disabled the vehicle. Yeah, there you go. They brought that to an end. Well, it definitely, yeah, it's something, I think, bouncing around in the back of the truck possibly. I don't know if I'm just seeing a shadow there. No question, no question. He's got some knives. We heard an unconfirmed report that he was threatening suicide by cop, and now he's picking up speed. This is the fastest he's been going for at least as long as we've seen it now. Going against traffic a little bit here as well. Northbound now, yeah, northbound on Woodley. Now let's see what he does. And it did appear that there was some damage done. Moving so slowly, and those cops, those officers up in the Los Angeles Police Department were positioned in such a way that they were able to just run out to the edge of the truck and throw that strip underneath the back wheels and have him engage with it. So, all right, now he's. Yeah, we'll see if that's the case. He's got his flashers on there. Looks like the back end of the truck is kind of looks like possibly a dumpster in there or something in the back. As the we allegedly stolen. So I'm not sure where that took place, but this truck allegedly was stolen, and it possibly all started with some sort of domestic situation. He's northbound, by the way, on Woodley now in Van Nuys, adjacent to Van Nuys Airport, very close to the facility where SkyFox HD is based, and he's continuing at a generally slow rate of speed, but he's picked up speed a little bit at times, and he's still going through intersections, but he's doing so in a much more cautious way as compared to the one we saw this morning, where that suspect, that stolen vehicle suspect, was just ripping through intersections at 70, 80 miles an hour, endangering all kinds of people's lives here. Traveling northbound up towards Roscoe now. Yeah, he's moving around. Yeah, look at him like just sort of. There's no reason that he needs to be doing that right now. And again, maybe that back wheel may be damaged as well. Now he's coming up on a busy intersection here. This is northbound Woodley Avenue at Roscoe, and here he goes. He's going to try to make his way through this. These cars are turning left, and they see him. They probably don't realize this is a pursuit. Let's see what happens. He waits for him. Now he's going to start to edge out again. But there's a lot of traffic. That's Roscoe Boulevard, a very busy valley thoroughfare that runs east-west, and he's just trying to get through there. Now I want to widen out just a little bit because I want to see where the closest patrol car is, and I'm not seeing it. No. Now they're holding traffic back. And giving him a little bit of space here. And, this is their tactic. The Los Angeles Police Department is continuing north. Now, possibly another spike strip was just deployed there. We'll pull back just a little bit. So we'll widen out and see if there's an officer a little bit further back. Yep, there was another officer right there. And we think that right at the entrance of that truck facility, we think another spike strip was deployed here. Again, this driver, an alleged stolen truck driver. Now he's getting out, or he's opening the door, northbound on Roscoe. Northbound on Roscoe just past, northbound on Woodley just past Roscoe, just past the Van Nuys Airport. And now he's back into North Hills where this pursuit started. So this is a situation where, yes, indeed, this guy's determined to stay generally close to where he's comfortable with, whether or not that's his home or where he works, an area that he might be familiar with. Looks like the front tire might be flat as well now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he was having a conversation with that gravel truck driver. LAPD helicopter watching all this from overhead, even though LAPD ground units pulled off slightly. Continuing northbound on Woodley from the Van Nuys Airport into North Hills, a construction zone here. Erratic, that's all I can say, Tony and Liz. He's acting erratically, driving erratically, and he could be armed with knives. That's what we're hearing. Yeah, that's absolutely right. I mentioned that this morning as that stolen vehicle suspect was running through lights, reckless driving, just incredible stuff we saw. And that one ended as Sandra told us at the top of the hour in an officer involved shooting. That suspect was shot and killed, the alleged stolen car suspect there. And this is an alleged stolen truck, this Penske truck, stolen from some facility. We're still trying to gather more information on how this started, but we're hearing that he may have had some sort of argument, a domestic situation. That's him. He's trying to. Oh, look at this. This is dramatic. Punching at the window. Here comes officers out right now. Officers are chasing him down. This is a really dangerous situation here. I do not think he was able to get back in the vehicle. Again, believed to have been armed with knives. We'll try to get it. This is such a tight shot for us. He got out. He tried to commandeer that other truck. So maybe this started as him doing just that to this Penske truck. That's a possibility. Trying to figure out what's going on. If he went underneath, if he crawled underneath the truck, what the situation is. Wow. We're going to try to get right on top of this. Again, it started. Go ahead, Tony. I'm sorry. We're not seeing it. I mean, he was clearly visible in that orange shirt. That's really dramatic. He gets out of the vehicle, pulls right up across next to this delivery truck, tries to punch in the window. Essentially, I'm assuming he was trying to commandeer that truck because his has been disabled by those two spike strips. So they were successful. The wheels were damaged. He knew he wasn't going to be able to get anywhere, so he decided, hey, I need another vehicle. And I guess he's a fan of trucks because he went after this one, of all things. Right now, I mean, it looks like it appears that they have him because otherwise this would be a situation. Yeah, they got him because guns aren't drawn. You can see the one officer going up to the driver of this bakery truck here on the left. Yeah, they're checking out. They're just going to clear it, they're going to code for the situation, make sure that nobody else is inside. They didn't think that there was. But what a dramatic ending here. This is on Woodley Avenue, just north of Roscoe, where this Penske truck, allegedly stolen by the driver, driving erratically, but mostly at slow speeds, mostly on surface streets through North Hills and Van Nuys. Were able to surround the truck in accidents. He was traveling slow for most of the time. He was on the 405 for a short time. CHP picked it up for a bit.